Hey everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with Rob Lacone and Steffi Zamorano.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Hello, all right. Hey everybody, quick update on the story. You know that in Utah, there was a cop who arrested a nurse in a burn unit, because she wouldn't draw blood. So there's more to that story. The guy got fired from his second job, but the story was that the cops were chasing a guy. The guy was driving against traffic, going the wrong way. Cops chased him. They're not supposed to do that for obvious reasons. The guy smashes right into a truck, kills the guy they're chasing, and the truck driver is in bad shape. They take him to the hospital unconscious. So the cop wanted to draw blood from him to see if he had drugs in his system so they could say it was that guy's fault and not the cops. So that's what that was about. That's why they wanted blood from that guy. Turns out that guy who was driving the truck is also an off-duty cop from another town. And they wanted, so the cop, this guy here, wanted her to draw blood from the unconscious guy who was in the truck, who happens to be an off-duty cop. She said no, because it's against the law. You can't draw blood from someone who's not under arrest. They don't have a warrant. And she showed him the guidelines. She goes, here it is. Here's the law that you guys signed off on. And he said, you're not going to draw the blood for me? And she says no, and he just arrested her. And like violently, too, like a dick. Didn't say, please turn around. He dragged her out, the whole deal. And what we talked about was how there was at least two other cops there we saw on the scene who let this happen. Which is, that's what cops do. Have you ever seen cops intervene when another cop's doing something illegal? I've never. They never. Hey, you can't do that. It's illegal. That's almost funny you didn't say it, that a cop would say that. So this guy, the reason I'm bringing it up, so this guy, that's him, by the way, Steph. Remember we were trying to get a picture of this guy? That's a picture of him.
That's Detective Jeff Payne.
Yes. And he was acting illegally, trying to cover for the cops on his force. That's the theory anyway, that he was trying to cover for them. And
because they were breaking with protocol, being that they were driving against traffic. Is that what you're saying? No, they had conducted that chase?
Yeah, that they weren't supposed to do those high-speed chases. They're not supposed to do that stuff. And so that's what that was. He was trying to frame the victim. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. We don't know. This guy's a criminal. So who knows his intentions, right? He knew he was breaking the law when he did it, and he did it anyway.
And he was willing to brutalize
a woman, a nurse
at her place of employment,
in a hospital,
who was only communicating what the regulations were, or rather the protections.
So he was terminated from his job at Gold Cross Ambulance Service not over arresting her or what he did, or brutalizing a woman, or breaking the law, or being a bully and intimidating a nurse. No. He's been suspended because he made comments when he was arresting her that got picked up.
Terminated, not suspended.
Or terminated. I'm sorry. He got terminated from his second job as an ambulance driver. Because you know what he said on the... he got overheard saying the comments suggested that Payne would bring transients to University of Utah Hospital where Wubbles worked while transporting the good patients to another facility.
Wait, what?
So he's an ambulance driver, and he was like threatening her, oh, yeah, we're going to take all the transients to this hospital, and we're going to take all the good patients someplace else. Yeah.
What the hell?
That's the kind of maniac. And the state goes, here's a gun. Here's a gun. Go harass women working in a hospital. Here's a gun. That's the state. Here's a gun. You seem like an unstable maniac. You want to be a cop? Here's a gun. Go to the hospital and fuck with people.
And of course, we all know this isn't the first time he's done any of this. This is maybe the 1,000th time.
I'm going to say this is the 1,000th time this guy was a bully using his badge. By the way, that nurse also said that she had heard lots of rumors about cops harassing hospital employees like this, doing that very thing all the time. So I told you, cops are not your friends. These guys are brutal maniacs, and that's why they get into the business. They didn't become nuns. You know what I mean? Right? And you know who I tip my hat to is firemen. I know a lot of firemen, And those guys are fearless. And they don't try to kill somebody because they're afraid of their life. You know what they do when they're afraid for their life? They run into a building that's burning. They don't shoot it. That's what a cop would do. I was afraid for my life. Why'd you shoot the building? I was afraid. It was burning.
I was trying to help.
I was trying to help.
I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
You know, Jimmy, firefighters are so fearless, right? They are so fearless that we also use prison inmates to fight our fires.
That's right.
Last time we sprayed pepper spray at the fire, it really backfired. So now we're just going to shoot it. We're going to shoot it.
I tried arresting the fire, wouldn't listen. So I shot it. Turns out the fire was just going for its wallet.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So according to that, you can't do that. You can't make threats like that. That doesn't look good on the ambulance company. Those remarks are just not reflective of our company's philosophy and the service we provide. And because of that behavior, we felt we had to separate ways. His comments reflected poorly on the company and violated several company policies. So that guy is a reckless criminal all over the place. He's a maniac, reckless. He's a danger to his community all over the place, doing stuff bullshit. If it wasn't for that video that she released, nobody would know anything about this guy.
Well, is the guy still employed in a police department, the ambulance service?
So he's suspended. Well, let me tell you something. Everybody at his ambulance company knows who this guy is. They know who he is. This is the first time he said stuff like that. And everybody at his police department knows who he is. Those other two cops stood there and watched him brutalize a woman right in front of him illegally. And they all know who this is. This is not, again, this is not out of the bounds. This is not crazy. Let me put it this way. This isn't surprising behavior. This isn't like out of the ordinary. A cop abuses his position and bullies someone and illegally arrests someone. I mean, come on.
Jimmy, he reminds me of Gestapo.
Yes, it's a Gestapo. He came in. He wanted this woman who works in a hospital to do as he said, even if it broke the law, and she wouldn't, and so he brutalized her.
And it would have been okay, but he made some shitty comments too, and that was over.
And that's okay for the ambulance company. That's okay. But he said some stuff about transients, and that was a lie. So this guy's an asshole in like 3 or 4 different ways in this one incident.
Oh yeah, he collects the whole set.
He's got several different reasons he needs to be fired from different jobs. Oh, there's a reason. Bing, bing. There's another reason that job goes. There's another reason that job goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Jeff Payne, feeling the pain. Oh, boy. He did not expect, believe me, he's never, ever been held accountable in his life, ever, this guy. He did not see this coming. Jeff Payne. So, but he will, believe me, he's not getting fired from that police department. They're gonna give him a couple of days off or whatever. He's gonna get a couple of days off.
Yeah.
And the taxpayers will have to pay for any kind of lawyer fees that any kind of, like, somebody brings a suit against the city.
That's right. He's going to be reassigned. I don't know what he will be doing.
Crossing guard.
But he'll be reassigned. He'll get a desk job or whatever. Who knows?
With a temper.
But well, let's see. Maybe they're so embarrassed in Utah that they're actually going to fire the guy. Who knows? Maybe they're that. I mean, who knows? I mean, Utah. Again, you think cops are just, because we're white, right? Or not, Steph is, Steph, what are you?
I'm Mexican-American, Jimmy. 100% Mexican.
You're not Italian? Okay, so there you go. The guy lost his second job. I don't know. Now if that guy's got kids, now I feel bad. Now I'm starting to feel bad for his kids. I feel bad for if he's got kids just because they have to live with that guy.
Well, and that's the guy setting an example for them, too. Oh. It's like, this is what you want to emulate.
Yeah. So maybe he'll have to go get even a harder job. Who knows? Job where actually has to work instead of harassing people at a hospital. I mean, why don't you go do some work? Contribute to your community. Why don't you go stock shelves somewhere? Why don't you go help someone with their groceries? Why don't you go do some work where that people actually will go thank you for? Hey, everybody, we have 2 live Jimmy Dore shows in September. September 25th, we're in San Diego, and September 18th in Burbank, California. Get your tickets right there. There's a link right there.